What's going on YouTube? In my last video, I discussed 5 steps that you could do to overcome fear. In this video, I want to get into detail on where fear comes from, how to approach it, and how you can overcome it. Ray Woods here, creator of Crab Out the Bucket. On this channel, I discuss things on personal development, self-help, book reviews, and ways and tips that can help you get out of your old bad habits. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing. Stay tuned to my videos I release every week, and let's get started. Where does fear come from? Now, there's many different ways it can come from, but 2 ways I want to discuss is 1, past experiences, or just the fear of unknown. Now, have you ever heard of the saying, there's more than 1 way to skin a cat? Don't worry, there were no cats harmed in this video. But you've heard of that saying, correct? So when it comes to dealing with your fear from your past experiences, you want to be able to tackle it from different ways. You don't want to just go at it one way. You can come at it from this direction, you can come at it from this direction, or from the top, or coming up from the bottom. But you want to go after different ways and tackle it. But the first thing you want to do is understand, where did it come from in the first place? So was it maybe, did you have a broken home? Did somebody harm you physically or mentally? Was there something going on in your household? Was it the environment around you that put these negative things on you that prevented you from doing things in the future? Was it different things like that? Really dig down into your brain and understand, where did this fear come from in the first place? And the only way that you can tackle this is if you hit it head on. When you hit it head on, you have to come at it at different ways. Another way that you can tackle this situation is coming to an agreement with it. So whether somebody harmed you physically or whether somebody harmed you mentally, you want to be able to come to an agreement with that and just let it go. And the way you're going to be able to let it go is face this head on. You cannot let go of something if you never face your fear. You face it head on, and then you learn to forgive the situation and get the burden off your shoulders. Ask yourself, if you got this load off your shoulders, how much would this improve your life? If you didn't get it off your shoulders, how much would it hinder you from your success? Try this approach and see if that works. The second thing is the fear of unknown. Now, the fear of unknown is very common. So many people do not accomplish things because they do not know what's going to happen on the other side. So they don't even take action on it in the first place. So one thing you want to do when it comes to the fear of unknown is you need to focus on one thing within your surrounding. Stay within your bubble, your surrounding, and focus on that. Too many people nowadays focus on things in the future. They focus on things in the past, and they do not focus on now. Now, that sounds kind of contradictory when it says, well, I'm looking to do stuff in the future. Well, at the moment while you're building, you want to focus on the now, so everything now can lead up into your future. How I tend to break down things is I have a big picture, and then I break it into smaller pieces. You break it into smaller pieces so they can lead up to completing this big thing. That's how you can really focus, because if you don't, you won't get anywhere. You won't get anywhere. You'll be so overwhelmed because you're looking at somebody on Instagram or you're looking at somebody on Facebook and you're comparing yourself to their successes, and you like see the big picture, but you don't see the little small steps and the discipline that you need to put into these steps to get this big picture for you in the future. You need to focus. Having a fear of unknown, people tend to create so many different things within their minds. They create so many different outcomes instead of the outcome that they truly want. Instead, they create an outcome that only causes more fear. They create an outcome or come up with some imagination that won't even happen. So you create these thoughts in your mind, hindering you from making those steps to achieve what you want to achieve. Now, that's easier said than done. But if you have the goal in mind, if you set your mind to only the stuff that's surrounding you and what you need to do to face your fears and to handle your business, then you can get to the situation to where you won't be thinking all this stupid stuff. You'll know, oh, this is what I need to do. Let's go after that shit. Let me use an example when I had my first MMA fight. During my first mixed martial arts fight, my big picture was knocking this guy out and taking home a medal. When the fight day came, I was walking down the aisle and fear started settling in. Man, there's thousands of people out here. I took this fight on short notice. What happens if my plan goes wrong? That was the wrong thinking. What I did was redirect my focus on the cage because that's what I can control. As I was walking out to the cage, I thought, I can't control the crowd or the people, so why am I afraid? My focus was then redirected to my opponent in front of me, especially when he punched me in the face. My coach, the cage I was in, and everyone else in the Coliseum was dark and quiet. After it was all said and done, it was time for an ice bath, and I thought to myself, shit, that was fun, let's do it again. People tend to think about things and come up with imaginations on things they can't control. If you can't control it, why bother? Only focus on the things you can control and then you tackle it. The point is, make sure that you focus on what you can control. You can't control what else happens. You can only control what happens with you. You can control your perspective after something happens to you that is out of your control, because you're still in control at that point. Thanks for watching the video. The question of the day is, what fears are holding you back? Is it the fear of unknown, or is it the past experiences that you've had? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and until next time, keep pushing and stay strong.